come without training. If you are ready to be skilled, educated, and trained to finally become a master closer, get ready for the weekly throwdown with the master closer himself, Syd Michael.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Let's make sure that thing gets off of there. How's everybody doing? Everybody's ready for a follow-up sequences? We're going to show that to you today, or I'm going to. I got your complete attention. Now we can tell when you're multitasking and got other things on, so make sure you turn off your cell phone, turn off your TV, turn off any distractions, because what you're going to learn here today will change your business. It'll change your sales, it'll change your revenue, it'll change everything. This is the secret bullet of anything that you've seen in your history of being in business. I promise you, this is the most effective issue to pay attention to. If you actually did a proper follow-up sequences, as I show you here, how to do everything, I show you every single one of these follow-ups, what to do and how to do it all the way out to a year. But if you did every single one of these with every single customer, you would close more business than you know what to do with. You would kick yourself thinking, why have I not done this before? If you would just follow up 5 to 12 times, it'd put yourself in the top 12% of the salespeople in the world, even if you're a non-salesy type. Unheard of, right? Well, it's real. So let's talk about it. We're going to go through them. It'll only take a few minutes, but I want you to have no questions. What should you do one day after you meet somebody? What should you say in a follow-up? You want to call them or email them and ask some questions. Get to know them. Ask them some questions about themselves. Make sure you're talking about them. Nobody cares about talking about you. Enough about me. Let's talk about you. What do you think about me? Right? You want to find out questions. Remember when I told you if you walk into a place and once you realize maybe it's not the right buying time, but you need to be very, very observant and look around. See if you got daughters or sons or both, or picture of his pretty wife, or maybe his favorite football team, golf clubs, fish on the wall, deer on the wall. Tells you a lot about a person if you walk in their office. You walk into my office, there's no question I like guns and guitars and tequila. No, but yeah, you want to know about them and you want to talk about them so you have some ways to hit common ground and get to know them better. Okay, let's see what we do on day number 2. On day number 2, I want you to show them the end. Let me tell you what this means. This means tell them if they did business with you, how it would work out. At what rate would you deliver your services? Exactly what it would look like and what would be expected of them if they said yes right now today. I want you to show them the end, give them that comfort zone. I call this seal in the bag in the road to a sale, but make sure you show them the end and how they're going to get there, okay? Let them know exactly, so there's no questions. You don't want to leave any questions unturned. That's called sales. On the 3rd day, what do you want to do? You're going to call them. I want you to confirm their address. Also send them a handwritten letter confirming their address. Hey man, great meeting with you. Just wanted to confirm your address is 111 at, Basic Avenue. I want to send something over to you, right? You want to confirm their address. This is a professional reason to call and talk and get into their bubble, okay? Confirm their address. 7, a week after you first met them. I want you to be innovative here because everybody else would send an email and forget about them. Most people would not even made it to the 4th contact, which you're at. I want you to send them a selfie video. How many times have you done selfie videos in the past? You can do them with your phone, right? Send them a selfie video. Talk about anything that you learned prior to this, and just tell them, hey man, I want your business. We're going to figure out one way or another to work together eventually. But hey, I wanted to show you this video. I'm down here at the Falcons game right now. Check this out. Look at these seats. Look at my view. Is that awesome? Next time I go, I got to get an extra ticket. You can come with me. Bring your son, right? Send them a selfie video. These are very powerful, I promise. 10, I want you to give them a call to action. I want you to lay it out there and tell them, listen, taking action now does this. Right now, if you do business by the end of Friday, I can save you 25% off my original quote. Give them a call to action, a second temptation. Make it strong. You're better off to have a lifetime client than a one-time client, remember. 2 weeks in, 14 days, I want you to email or text what I call an info push. This is information. This is in case you have like a rationalizer or a thinker, right, in the DISC profiles. It's not a socializer or a dominant director, but this is a thinker. You want to hit those receptors and give them all the thinking they want to do. You want to give them a ton of information. Give them some additional supporting documents. Email it or text it, but make sure you give them some information at 14 days. 7 days later, at 21 days, I want you to send them a video email and a handwritten letter reiterating your call to action that you sent 7 days before, okay? Or 11 days before on the 10th day, all right? A video email so they can see you, see who you are, get to know you, feel like they've met you before. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. But also send them a handwritten note. Handwritten notes are highly, highly, highly regarded, I promise you. It's going to get you into a lot more people's bubbles and get them to trust you a lot faster. Handwritten notes. It's funny how the old things will never change. 30 days in, 1 month in, I want you to invite them to an event. I'll give you an example. Les Brown's coming to Atlanta on November 16th, playing at the Gwinnett Arena. And the tickets are free. You get 2 tickets. I'm sure it will get pitched all over the place, but they're free. And I'm going to invite somebody I haven't done business with, or somebody I want to get to know better. Somebody, maybe I want to work something out. I've already called Chris Snowgrove. I know he's going, but I might also invite another client outside of that. This is a good, compelling reason to call them. Hey man, did you know Les Brown's coming November 16th? I got an extra ticket. You want to go? They don't have to know they're free. Maybe they're not free. I just got lucky and got them free. Here's number 45. Now, we taught this in Savage Siphon. Some of you may or may not have had it. A lot of people bought it. But this right here, uber successful. You're going to see a massive response on this. You got a son that's graduating college or a daughter that's graduating college, and they're sending out resumes trying to get a job. Tell them put their resume in one of these puppies and see what kind of response they get. There you go. Save all your money. Don't buy no How to Land the Best Job in the World course. Just listen to Syd Michael on day 45, and I want you to send a handwritten letter in a bank bag with a zipper on it. You put the stamps on there. It should cost $2.07. It'll mail it. You can tape the address on the front, but use this as your envelope and start your letter out with something clever like, hey, you want to fill more of these up? All you got to do is work with me, right? That's going to get people's attention and go, man, they're not going away. This guy wants business, right? It's going to be effective. All right, 60 days, 2 months out from when you first met them. I want you to offer them a free service of yours. You know what? Let's use Rep Video, for example. That's a great product to do it with. Hey, listen, I'm going to go ahead and put up 3 rep videos for you. I want to show you what I can do. I'm going to syndicate it, everything. Okay, I'm going to come by and take some pictures of your showroom. I'm going to give you 3 rep videos. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, show you how professional we are, and show how great our work looks. I'm going to go ahead and give you 3 of them. Don't worry about it. You don't owe me a dime. Now, what have you done? You've used the power of reciprocation. I promise you it works. Okay? All right. Let's go to day 90. Now, I want you to get a TO. What is that? What does a TO stand for? Turnover. I want you to turn over, and if it's your small business and you own it, get a friend or a relative or a cousin or a brother or a wife or husband. But I want somebody to call them and not to close them. Make sure they know this. Don't close them. I want them to call them and just ask them, what's one reason why you're not buying from us? Is there anything I can do to make it easier for you? A lot of times you'll find out that one reason is something maybe they were trying to tell you all along, but you weren't hearing it, or they didn't feel comfortable enough to say it to you because of something else they said where they'd contradict themselves or whatever. Point is, the third party, a lot of times will get to the root of the evil. Get that off the plate and get you to a new customer. I want you to 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 somebody that'll call and find out the reason they're not buying. 30 days later, 120 days in, I want you to personally take them coffee or lunch. If they're 10 hours away or across the country, I want you to deliver it, have a delivery sent to them. Just do coffee is even fine, okay? At 120 days, I want you to send it. Now, what are you doing? You're building up your workload of reciprocation. Now you've given them an event. Now I sent them lunch. They owe you. You watch how effective this gets. 150 days out, a month after the 6-month mark, or no, month before the 6-month mark, I want you to send something compelling. Hey, I thought of you. I was reading this article, and it mentioned people in your industry, roofing, whatever it is, actually gain 8% of business with better reviews. Well, I'm the one that can get your reviews good, or get your reviews right, or get your social or whatever you're selling them. Check this out. 8% of business, how many are you doing a month? And start doing the math and show how you can justify your price and do business with them. But send them something compelling. Make sure it's compelling. And start it with, I thought of you. You can email them or handwrite them the note. Okay? 180 days. Now, this is a 6-month mark, and this one right here is a huge conversion. Once again, this is something we taught in Savage Siphon. Maybe not all of you have that. It was a couple years ago, but right now, it's the strongest piece ever. You can buy those track phones that come with like 20 minutes or whatnot, and come with 20 minutes, and you can send it to them. You power it up. It's going to stay charged for the 3 days it takes to mail over there. It's going to be powered up, and when they open the box, they're going to see that cell phone powered up, and it's going to say, you're going to start your message with something like this: hey, you must have lost your phone. Most people are already doing business with me at this point. Press send, and use my phone. Press send, and call me. You're going to see a massive response on this. Okay, that's right. Send a $6 cell phone, and they look like little BlackBerries, so they think they're a lot nicer than they are, but they're not. They're just those little throwaway phones. Okay, people freak out when you send them a phone. 110 days. I want you to send data about the customer or their business. Any kind of information. Hey, by the way, you didn't sign up last September like we talked about. You could have saved 25%. We're doing it one more time, and we have this data. We figured out that in your industry, if we post 3 times a day or whatnot, it's 10 times more effective than posting 1 time a day. So I want to give you both prices. 1 time a day is this, 3 times a day is that. Okay? Do you see how that works? That's what you do at 7 months. 365 days. What does that tell you? You just had a birthday with this guy, and you're going to call him and tell him. Call him up and state, I'm not going away. This is our 12-month anniversary. And make sure you ask, what is it going to take for us to do business with you? We just had a birthday. How many people ever called you and told you you had a birthday with them? I ain't going away, so we need to figure out a way to work together. Right? Strong call to action, compelling, very, very powerful communication, okay? Don't be timid when it comes to this part. It only took about 15 minutes for us to do this, but I want to do a thank you from Brian Anderson and myself, Syd Michael, and that's how you do a year's worth of follow-up. Do it with every customer. Require your salespeople to do it. Require anybody in your business to follow that follow-up procedure. You'll start closing more business than you've ever had in your life. Thank you.